Enugu edoola ọhaneze anya maka ego gas a na-ana. Gọọmenti Enugu edoola ọhaneze anya maka ego gas a na-ana bụ nke ha amaghị. Ngalaba na-ahụ maka azụmahịa adọọla gọọmenti etiti aka na ntị maka nnukwu ọgbaghara bụ nke ga-abịa n'obodo a maka ego mmanụ ụgbọala bụ nke gbagoro. Gọọmenti Anambra steeti agwala ndị bi n'Anambra ka ha kee nkwụcha maka idei mmiri. Ị nwere ike isonye na platfọm YouTube mgbasa ozi anyị bụ Nta Enugu. Udo dịrị gị onye ọma na-anụ olu, nke onye chiri ya zelo, nke onye na-eme dị mma ya gazieri. Abụ m Chizoba Ume. Bịara akụkọ ụwa n'uju. Gọọmenti Enugu steeti ekwupụtara gbasara ego a na-ana maka mmanụ gas bụ nke ndị climate change na-anabu. A sị na atụmatụ ahụ bụ nke ebugharịrị kemgbe ụbọchị 29 n'ọnwa Ọgọst nke afọ a, tinyekwara na ndị ji bụ ọrụ ahụ bụ ndị a gwara ka ha kwụsị ọrụ. Gọvanọ Peter Mba enyela iwu ka ha weghachi ego ahụ a na-anabu ndị mmadụ bụ nke na-ezighị ezi. Gọọmenti Enugu kwuru na ha amaghị gbasara ego a na-ana bụ nke gụnyere sola wee jiri gaba. Ngalaba na-ahụ maka azụmahịa nke bekee kpọrọ Trade Union Congress of Nigeria (TUC) ekwuola na ntinye ego mmanụ ụgbọala ga-eweta nnukwu ọgbaghara n'obodo. Nke a bụ nzọpụ ije ha zọpụrụ maka etu mmanụ si amagbunye ego, ma kwuo na ọ malite etu a wee dịba na ihe isi ike ga-adị n'obodo ma metụta ndị ọrụ. Onye isi ha bụ Festus Osifo bụ onye kwuru nke a na Wednesday. O mere ka amata na mmanụ bụ nke n'okwu na $670 n'ụbọchị Tuzdee bụzi nke rigoro ruo $898. Ngalaba na-ahụ maka ndị ọrụ bụ Nigeria Labour Congress akpọọla oku ka ewegharị ego mmanụ ụgbọala n'ọnọdụ ọnọdụ na mbụ. Dịka etu mmanụ ego gaasị gbago, o mere ka ụfọdụ ezinụlọ na-esizi nri na nkụ ma mee ụfọdụ ewere nkụ na-esikwa nri. Kelechi Ọchịagha kọpụtara anyị akụkọ a.
Ndị Igbo agwụghị onye ọcha n'ezie na ya bụ ikuku mmụọ gas eji esi nri na-enyere ọhaneze aka n'ala anyị n'ebe o metụtara isi nri ọsịsọ ya na idowe ọnọdụ ọcha na-arịzi n'enu ọjị. Ka o si na-adị, ọnụ ahịa akụrụngwa bịaziri gbago, nke mere na ọ na-abụzi onye cheta igoro ikuku mmụọ gas eji esi nri obi a na-amapụ ya.
Na-eji aya tanka the price of gas jilia.
Nchọpụta emere na-egosi na ọtụtụ na-adapụzi n'amụma ọhụrụ a, nke meziri ụfọdụ ezinụlọ ji laghachi azụ n'ihuke anwụrụ ọkụ ya na usoro ndị ọzọ ga-enyere ha aka idosa erimeri esiri n'ala maka inyere ndụ aka, ọkachasị n'oge a ihe isi ike na-agbakasị ọhaneze ahụ. Ndị ọrụ anyị gbarụrụ ahịa dị n'isi obodo steeti a were chọpụta na oke ọnụ ahịa mmanụ gas nọ n'elu ọjị, ebe a na-erezi 1 kg 1,000 naira na $400 ya na $500. N'ihi nke a, ọtụtụ ezinụlọ dabereziri na nkụ nakwa unyi iji belata oke ntaramahụhụ ya bụ oke ọnụ ahịa na-ebutezi.
Ịgbazi gas ọ dị too costly. Ọ dịrọzi anyị izi ịgbata. So o meziri anyị nwa na-egozi nkụ. Like mụnwa na-esi na nkụ, m na-esi na charcoal.
Ịchọọ igo nri, ị ga-ebu ụzọ goo gas ị ga-eji gori sie nri. Mana iji baa n'afọ ije izi igo nri, ịma ngozi ihe ndị ahụ ị kwesịrị igo maka na ị ga-ego gas, ọ galara ọnụ.
Ahịa charcoal n'azụ na-agakwara m. Wet na ihe mere ya bụ na ihe siri ike n'obodo a, dịka kerosene galara ọnụ n'obodo a, fuel n'onwe ya galara ọnụ n'obodo a, gas n'onwe ya galara ọnụ n'obodo a.
Dịka ụmụafọ ala anyị na-agba mbọ imeri ya bụ ọnwụnwa gbasara oke ọnụ ahịa mmanụ gas, ha na-arịọzi gọọmenti ka ha wepụta amụma ga-eme ka ụmụafọ ala anyị kuchata ume n'ihi na oke ntaramahụhụ ozi ọnwụ.
Ndewo Kelechi. Dịka ibenata ọnọdụ ide mmiri na Anambra steeti, gọọmenti Anambra steeti agwala ndị bi na ya ka ha kee nkwụcha maka ide mmiri nke na-abịa na nso nso a. Benson Ọsadebe bụ onye webataara akụkọ a, mana ọ ga-abịara gị n'uju n'asụsụ Bekee. Dịka pati Labour mere ọgbakọ ha n'Abia steeti, ha si na ya rọpụta onye isi ha bụ Sinetọ Usman bụ onye ga-achịkọba ndọrọ ndọrọ ọchịchị nke 2027. Ifeọma Ndụ Okolie bụ onye ji akụkọ a, mana ọ ga-abịara gị n'uju n'asụsụ Bekee. N'ikpeazụ, keresi okwu anyị jiri mere akụkọ. Gọọmenti Enugu edoola ọhaneze anya maka ego gas a na-ana bụ nke ha na-amaghị. Ngalaba na-ahụ maka azụmahịa adọọla gọọmenti etiti aka na ntị maka nnukwu ọgbaghara bụ nke na-abịa n'obodo a bụ nke mmanụ ọnụego bụ nke ga-akpata ya. Anyị kọkwara gị na gọọmenti Enugu agbara ndị bi na ya ka ha kee nkwụcha maka ide mmiri. Ndewo maka isonyere anyị, ma chebiri Chika Ugwu ka ọ batara gị aka ụwa n'asụsụ Bekee. Ka ọ mesịa.
Top stories tonight. Enugu State government clarifies position on industrial gas emission levy. Petrol price hike. Be ready for social unrest. TUC warns federal government. Plus, Anambra State government alerts residents on flooding. Remember, you can watch us live on our YouTube channel at Nta Enugu. A very good evening and welcome to the news at 7. I am Chika Ubu. The Enugu State government has clarified its position on the reports over the collection of industrial gas emission levy by consultants to the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, noting that the exercise had since been suspended on 29 August 2024 and the consultancy terminated with immediate effect. It also clarified that Governor Peter Mba equally directed the refund of any such levy so collected, noting that the said consultants exceeded their brief. It also described as blatant falsehood reports in a section of the media alleging that government had introduced fines for the use of renewable energy sources such as solar, and stressing that on the contrary, the government's legislative and policy directions favor all renewable and green energy resources as they are environmentally friendly. Government's position was made in a public notice signed by the Secretary to the state government, Professor Chidiebere Onya, and made available to newsmen on Wednesday. Moving on, the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria, TUC, has warned that the recent increase in the pump price of premium motor spirit petrol will lead to social unrest in Nigeria. This was as TUC kicked against the increase in the pump price of petroleum, warning that it will worsen poverty among workers. The union disclosed this in a statement signed by its president, Festus Osifu, on Wednesday. Recall that the pump price of petrol was increased to 897 naira and 855 naira per litre on Tuesday from 617 naira, leading to the increase. TUC asked the Nigerian government to immediately rescind these decisions, promote policies that will strengthen the naira, and take decisive steps to elevate the sufferings of Nigerians. He added that the sudden hike, implemented without consultation with critical stakeholders, represented a blatant disregard for the welfare of the Nigerian people, particularly the working class who bear the brunt of such decisions. Earlier, the Nigerian Labour Congress had also called for the immediate reversal of the petrol hike. The recent hike in the price of liquefied natural gas, otherwise known as cooking gas, has led many families into looking for alternative sources of energy. Kelechi Ochiara reports that among the alternatives are charcoal and firewood.
Cooking gas, also known as liquefied petroleum gas, is a popular and convenient source of energy for many Nigerian households. However, the price of this commodity in the country is not fixed and varies depending on several factors ranging from the demand, supply, location, and season amidst the economic crunch hitting hard in the country.
The cost of diesel is the cost that made gas to rise, the transportation.
Investigation reveals that the use of cooking gas goes down well with many Nigerians, but the recent hike in its price is gradually shifting some consumers to the traditional way of burning firewood and charcoals. A market survey conducted around the metropolis shows that the average price of liquefied petroleum gas goes between 1,400 naira and 1,600 naira per kg, as against the 1,200 naira sold last month.
Too high. It's no longer easily affordable, and we are now even using alternative. We are cooking with firewood, charcoal pots, because it's more affordable.
The use of gas has become very exorbitant, and then it has affected many homes. If you go to the market, if you were to purchase food items for like say 10,000, and you need to purchase gas that you used before then, so you're going to cut it short. So it has reduced the quality of food intake in families.
Many families in Enugu are moving from the use of cooking gas to the traditional methods as alternative means of cooking. This, they say, is to cope with the hardship resulting from the economic downturn in the country.
A coal bag before from last year is 4,500, but now it's almost 6,500, 7,000.
As Nigerians grapple with the constant surge in the price of cooking gas, government has been urged to put in place measures to mitigate the biting effect on the populace. In Enugu, Kelechi Ochiawa, NTA News.
We'll take a short break here. Stay tuned. Welcome back. As a way of mitigating disaster and manage the welfare and well-being of residents on the impending flood, the Anambra State government has urged those in flood-prone communities to move to upland and holding centers. Benson Osadebe reports that the alert stems from the warning by the Nigerian Hydrological Agency on the activities in Lagdo Dam.
Always shattered, economic activities devastated owing to annual flooding. Though not by their making, they have no choice than to take their faith into their own hands. Flooding has remained a nightmare to these people that have experienced it. In Anambra State, 10 local government councils have been identified to be sitting on the floodplains, including Ogbaru, Onitsha South, Anambra East and West, Ayamelum, among others. Based on the ongoing activities in Lagdo Dam in Cameroon and the consequent alert by the Nigerian Hydrological Agency, the Anambra State government has activated the alert signals from the state levels to the would-be affected communities on mitigating factors.
The Minister of Health is involved in this planning. Also, the Minister of Public Utilities, for sanitation, the water and light, even education. So every ministry is involved, as a matter of fact.
And those on the priority list are the old people, children, and women. Of course, it is given that the men will always find their way to safety.
Other critical stakeholders re-echoed the state's level of preparedness in managing the situation in the holding camps in the event of flooding.
All the non-perishable items have been procured.
In the past, I moved the motion that the state government should create a additional, makeshift camp for people.
We need also appeal to NEMA and SEMA. We need more befitting holding centers so that people can have the confidence that once this natural disaster comes, they'll be able to have somewhere else to call home.
Flooding has remained a recurring problem facing Anambra State as one of the states sitting on the low bed. According to the SEMA boss, Mr. Paul Odenigbo, the state is putting finishing touches in making sure that camps are set up and those who will be coming to the camp are well treated and facilities provided by the state government. From the look of things, warnings have been issued to those living on the river banks to evacuate to upper lands to avoid disaster. From Anambra State SEMA office, Oka, Benson, Osadebe, Nta News.
The Labour Party, in its extended stakeholders meeting in Umuahia, Abia State capital, appointed Senator Nta Enugu as the chairman of caretaker committee that will, among all the functions, broker peace as well as unify members ahead of the 2027 general elections. Ifeoma Nduokoli reports.
Gathered at the banquet hall of the Abia State Government House in Umuahia are top officials of the Labour Party from across the country. The essence of their meeting is to get a leadership that will be recognized by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
We're just trying to set up just a small committee that will help to do what we want, the right thing, which will be just a period of maybe 90, 120 days. We want everything we're going to do to end as quickly as possible, so that we'll be able to know what we're doing. So we're not trying to set up another leadership. No, we're not trying to do this. It's just a system that will help to get to where we're going.
Following the end of the tenure of the National Working Committee of the party, which they noted has created a vacuum, a 29-member caretaker committee led by Senator Nta Enugu was set up.
Because INEC does not recognize the working committee, National Working Committee that existed, if they conducted primaries and selected candidates, they would not list those candidates in those off-cycle elections.
The caretaker committee is to immediately ensure that all local government, state and national congresses and convention of the Labour Party are held as soon as possible in accordance with the constitution of the Labour Party.
The meeting, according to the organizers, marks the beginning of a new Labour Party in Nigeria. In Umuahia, Ifeoma Nduokoli, Nta News.
The Federal Road Safety Corps has launched a mobile application and national crash reporting information system, NACRIS, to create an interface between the Corps and the general public. Oyeyemi Ajayi reports that the mobile app launched by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, has series of features which includes identification and notification of black spots in parts of the country.
The need to bring the Federal Road Safety Corps closer to the general public, as well as intimate them about activities and new innovative drive of the Corps, is the focus of the current leadership of FRSC. One of the major moves to this direction is the launching of the new FRSC mobile app and the National Crash Reporting Information System, NACRIS. With this, Nigerians can now directly report to the Corps issues of concern on the roads. The application gives a real-time traffic update, accident and gridlock alerts, amongst others.
The mobile app is a software application that can be used on boards to alert us on sensitive road safety issues through programs, features such as excessive speeding, dangerous driving, verifying our vehicle document, among others. The proper application of these features is expected to drastically reduce injuries and fatalities resulting from road traffic crashes.
Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, who launched the mobile apps, assured that the government will support sustainability of such projects embarked upon by the Federal Road Safety Corps for the benefits of Nigerians.
The launch of these two digital platforms is a testimony to the fact that the Corps Marshal is committed to fulfilling his promises. It also marks another giant stride in the effort of the Corps at implementing policies aimed at creating a safer motoring environment and reducing crash-related injuries.
The FRSC is advancing towards a 21st century standard in technology, ensuring enhanced road safety layers.
Africa has solutions for African problems. And being in this populous African country, the largest economy in Africa, I believe this is where we need to start those solutions from.
The mobile applications are now available for downloads on Google Play Store for Android users and iOS for iPhone owners, as the Corps hopes to improve safety on highways nationwide. Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
For latest in the world of sports, here are tidbits for today. The news, a review of the major stories. The Enugu State Governor, Peter Mbara, has directed the refund of any levy collected on the ground of industrial gas emission, noting that the exercise had since been suspended. The Trade Union Congress, TUC, has warned that the recent increase in the pump price of petrol will lead to social unrest in Nigeria. We also informed you that the Anambra State government has urged those in flood-prone communities to move to upland and holding centers as a way of mitigating the impending flood disaster. That was the news. Many thanks for watching and good night.
Members, Board of Trustees, Nobanike Community wishes to remind all those that purchased or lease land at Green Lake Boloko Layout, Ozum Nobanike Community Layout, New Home Phase 1 and 2 Layout, Akane and Nyocha Phase 3, and Ava Layout to come to the community for verification and subsequently pay their development fee and outstanding annual rent. This must be done within 90 days of this announcement to avoid possible revocation. For inquiries, contact the Chairman, Nobanike Board of Trustees, Honorable Vitalis Ugu, or the Secretary, Mr. Uchenna Oho, on 0808-968-4299 or 0803-68-04476. Announcer, Honorable Vitalis Ugu, Chairman, Board of Trustees.
With heavy heart but in total submission to the will of God, the family of late Osujinweze Umahi of Nta Enugu, Uburu, Ohozara local government area of Ebonyi State regrets to announce the painful exit of their beloved son, husband, father, brother-in-law, uncle, nephew, and cousin, late Sir Eze Martins Umunaya Nweze, KSM, aged 78. Burial arrangement, 5 p.m. Christian wake-up at his residence, number 11 Ekulumili Street, Azuiyoku, Abakaliki, Friday, 6th September 2024, 5 p.m. Vigil Mass at his compound, Nta Enugu, Uburu. 10:30 a.m. Burial Mass at Christ the King's Parish, Uburu. 1 p.m. Interment at his compound. Sunday, 8th September 2024, 9 a.m. Thanksgiving Mass at Christ the King Parish, Uburu. Papa, may your gentle soul rest in peace. Amen. Announcer,